Hello guys, my name is Miran Savani and today I am here to talk about the topic of ARM processor and the uses of ARM processor in mobile device and tablets. So we are start from a history of ARM. ARM means Advanced Risk Machine, which is developed in 1983 by Akron Computers. The full form of ARM is Advanced Risk Machine. As per now, it is basically constructed by Risk Machine. Now, what about the Risk Machine? The Risk Machine is a reduced instruction set computer, which is also known as a RISC processor. In this processor, the instruction set for the computer is in reduced way, means the instruction set of computer is small. The first ARM processor, ARM1, is designed by Sophie Wilson, Steve Ferber, and four-man VLSI design team. The simplicity of ARM processor is come from the inexperienced team. Now talk about the introduction of ARM processor. ARM processor is popular with low power embedded processor. Its core is based on RISC architecture. The RISC architecture is above I mentioned. ARM is based on load store architecture, and ARM processor is considered to be the family of central processing unit. Means ARM processor is a family of central processing unit, means CPU. This needs very few amount of instruction set and transistor because of ARM is basically made from RISC processor. Because of that reason, there are very few amount of instruction set and transistor are required, and the ARM processor are comparatively small in the size. Also, there are many ARM partnership model like ARM partners, ATAP partners, tools partners, RTOS partners, software partners, which provide some tools or software to make ARM processor to ARM company, just like DNP or TCS, OSE, MAZ, Ultra, AC, etc. company, which provide software and tools to design ARM processor to ARM company. Now we are talking about why ARM processor is used. So one of the most licensed and thus widespread processor core in the world. It ARM processor is used especially in portable device due to its low power consumption and reasonable performance. It means ARM processor is basically low power consumption, means the battery life for any devices where ARM is installed is more. ARM is generally used in PDA, cell phone, multimedia players, handheld gaming console, digital camera, and TV. ARM processors are generally less expensive to produce than other processors. Means the cost of ARM processor producing is less than other processor like Qualcomm Snapdragon, Samsung, etc. Now talk about ARM is a RISC. Means ARM is simple. RISC means simple but powerful instruction that execute within a single cycle at high speed clock. The distinction blurs because CISC implements RISC concept. Means CISC is a complex instruction set for computer and RISC is a reduced instruction set for computer. तो जो मीन्स CISC प्रोसेसर है उसमें उसका इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट है वो कॉम्प्लेक्स होता है. इन द RISC हैज़ reduced instruction set. There are four major design rules: the instruction, the reduced set, single cycle, and a fixed length. As a pipeline, there are decode in one stage, no need to microcode. Registers, a large set of general purpose register in there, and load store architecture is there. Means data processing instruction apply to only load store to transfer data from memory. Now something about ARM processor. So the ARM processor is very simple but powerful in design because of RISC processor. A whole family of designs for ARM processor are sharing similar. Now if we go forward in this topic, I talk about there are some popular ARM architecture. Means there are some architectures of ARM which is generally used in market. There are ARM7 TDMI and ARM9 TDMI. Now about ARM7 TDMI, there are three pipeline stages: fetch, decode, and execution. And high code density and one of the most used ARM version for low-ended system. All ARM cores for ARM7 TDMI include TDMI, even if they do not include TDMI in the table. Now about ARM9 TDMI. There is 5 pipeline stages. Means ARM7 TDMI has 3 pipeline stages: fetch, decode and execute. But ARM9 TDMI has 5 pipeline stages, like fetch, then after decode, then after execute, then memory, then write. And there are separate instruction and data cache. Now about the ARM design philosophy, means why the ARM is required. Though there it is a small processor for low power consumption for embedded system, means ARM processor are generally low power consumption, high code density for limited memory and physical size restriction. The ability to use is slow and low cost memory, means the memory is on low cost, and the reduced die size for reducing manufacture cost and accommodating more peripherals. Now we are talk about the registers in ARM processor. So there are 16 registers visible to specific mode. A mode could access particular set of R0 to R12. R13 stands for SP, means stack pointer. R14 stands for LR, means link register. R15 stands for PC, means program counter. And current program status register are also there, means CPSR. And the uses of R0 to R13 are orthogonal. ARM processor is also based on GPR, means general purpose register. In general purpose register there are 6 data types, signed and unsigned both. All ARM operation are 32-bit, shorter data type and only supported by data transfer operation, means it is only support the data transfer operation, not anything else. Now, what is the role of program counter in ARM processor? The program counter is mainly used to store the address of the instruction to be executed, means which instruction is executed. On that, the address of this instruction is stored in program counter. All instructions are 32-bit wide and word aligned. Thus, the last 2 bits of program counter are undefined. Now, what is the role of pipelining in ARM processor? So, the execution of a branch or direct modification of program counter causes ARM processor core to flush its pipeline. At firstly, ARM10 starts to use branch prediction. An instruction in the execution stage will complete even though an interrupt has been raised. Other instructions in pipeline are abandoned. Means mainly pipelining is used to execute instruction in line by line. Now we talk about why ARM is used in mobile. So at the previous time there are many processors like Qualcomm Snapdragon and Samsung Exynos are used in mobile. This type of processor are more costly and less energy efficient with compared to ARM processor. Means the cost of making this type of processor with compare ARM processor are costly and less energy efficient. Means the battery life is less. The first Snapdragon processor was the QSD8250. Is the first mobile processor to have 1 GHz speed, which was much faster than 500 MHz speed processor that were common at that time. Means at that time the 500 MHz processor are common, but the first Snapdragon processor is 1 GHz speed. But there are some issues to use this type of processor in mobile. This type of processor is more costly, less efficient, and does not as much as compatible with the device with compared to ARM processor. Means the compatibility of this type of processor, means Qualcomm processor, Samsung Exynos processor, the compatibility of this processor with mobile device are not as much as suitable with compared to ARM processors. ARM processor is very much better in many domains from the previous type of processor, means Snapdragon, Qualcomm, Samsung Exynos, this etc. Because of the all reason, ARM is used in mobile device and tablets. Because most of mobile users are want to use their phone for a long time, and it's possible by ARM processor. As now many of mobile users are want to use their mobile phone for very much long time, so they are required to take their battery for long time. So that is so ये जो बैटरी का लॉन्ग टाइम है वो ये ARM प्रोसेसर की वजह से हो सकता है. तो also ARM processor are more suitable to the needs of mobile device than other processor. The suitability with mobile device means processor is more suitable with the mobile device, means it is less energy efficient, less cost less cost and more working processor. Now benefits of using ARM processor. So there are many benefits of using ARM processor with compared to Snapdragon, Qualcomm, Samsung, Exynos, etc. So there are some benefits of using ARM processor. First is power efficiency. ARM processors are designed to use fewer instructions than traditional processor, which makes them faster, more efficient and less power hungry. Means power efficiency means ARM processor are take less power than other processor. Then the other is a battery life. ARM processor are optimized for battery life, which is important for mobile device that need to run for long period of time. Means battery life means the time of battery use, means how much time the battery stands. Because by this ARM processor we can stand our battery for 6 to 7 hours full charge for high task work. Now other benefit is thermal management. ARM processors are designed to dissipate less heat, which helps mobile device avoid overheating. Thermal management means the heating of phone when uh, we doing some higher task, or when we doing some high task or a huge task, the phone is getting overheated many times. So by using ARM processor we can management the overheating of mobile devices or any other devices where ARM processor is used. Now innovation. So ARM processors allow manufacturer to create a variety of form factors, features and functionalities for their devices such as foldable phone, dual screen processor, dual screen phones and 5G phones. Means ARM processor are giving innovation like foldable phones, dual screen phones. Foldable phones means Z Fold, Z Flip, etc. And 5G phones now at that time 5G phone are common. Then after we talk about performance. So ARM processor can handle complex workload such as AAA games, means high professional game with high graphics, then web browsing, video streaming and multitasking. Multitasking means there we can do more than one or two tasks, means at single time we can doing gaming, we can doing video editing, we can doing photography, etc. at one time because of this ARM processor. And at the current time there are about 99% of premium smartphones are used ARM processor, because ARM processor are more suitable and compatible with compared to other processor, which is low cost and best energy efficient. Okay, just thank you to listen me about this topic, ARM processor and usage in mobile device. Thank you.